It feels inevitable that Marc Guehi will leave Crystal Palace this summer. The defender, who only has 1 year left on his deal when the season ends, has top interest from some huge clubs in England as well as some huge clubs abroad. He shows no intentions currently of signing a new deal, which, to be honest, is fair enough. We know how good he is. We know he's destined for the top. Welcome back to Luke Talks Palace, where today two possible replacements for Marc Guehi have been revealed. I'm going to tell you all about them and whether they would be good transfer targets for the Eagles. This is the latest transfer news, the latest transfer rumours, let's say, because it's been reported. But of course, we never know with these whether they're true or not. It's going to be so hard to replace Guehi. He is our leader, our captain, and he is such a good defender. It is no shock to see that he is already a key England international player right now. It's always hard for a club like Crystal Palace to replace a world-class player with someone who is the exact same quality as them. Simply put, it probably won't happen. We saw that with Elise. The latest transfer news does back this up as well, as reports suggest that Palace were quoted out of AC Milan's Pavlovic. The Italians wanted 35 million for Glasner's first choice target. With Palace kind of priced out for this move, they will focus on the Championship like they have done before. Both Maxime Esteve and Rav van den Berg would be in Palace's price range, especially if they fail to win promotion, and they are the current favourites to replace Marc Guehi. So let's dive into the video and chat about Championship defenders Maxime Esteve and Rav van den Berg. We will first talk about van den Berg. The central defender is only 20 years old, but he is a key player for Middlesbrough. He is 6'2" and has 3 under-21 appearances for the Netherlands with 1 goal scored. He has had some injuries this season, so he's only played 19 league games at the time of recording, but he does look a top talent. After watching some highlights and also looking at the 90 minutes of some matches that van den Berg has been involved in, I feel like his best strengths are his passing, his concentration whilst defending, and also his ability to hold onto the ball. The defender likes to play short passes, short progressive passes as well. He doesn't dive into tackles recklessly, and he is very good at clearing the ball. Van den Berg is also fast, good at marking, and also good at aerial duels. Many see the player as having top potential. Even though he doesn't dive into tackles, the tackles that he does make, I feel like they're not as strong as they should be. He can get beaten when he does try to attempt to tackle. However, he is still very young, so there's a lot of time for him to improve in this department. This season, van den Berg has managed 62 passes per 90, and he has completed 91% of his passes this season, ranking him very highly amongst defenders in Europe. He also manages 4 progressive passes per 90, which again ranks him really highly. It puts him in the 90th percentile of all defenders in Europe, which is very high. Basically, if you're looking at stats and there's colours of red, which is bad, and green, which is good, he's very in the green. Now, there's that little bit of info on van den Berg. Let's move over to Esteve, who seems like a far more suitable replacement in my opinion. Esteve, who is French, is 22 years old and he has 1 appearance for the France under-23 squad. He has started every match for Burnley in the Championship this season, and he has been a huge reason for the club keeping 24 clean sheets in 33 matches. A ridiculous stat and a really impressive stat for a central defender. Esteve has a lot of similar traits to Guehi. He is good on the ball, able to find a good pass forward, and he also isn't fearful of running forward on the ball and being able to progress well up the pitch. His progressive carries are really a strength of his. That is something we have seen Guehi do a lot this season. He really has been progressively running forward this season quite a bit, and it's been really helping us. His assist against Newcastle as an example. Esteve has a great ability to sense danger as well, making him a very tough challenge for opposition attackers. His physicality has also grown this season in the Championship, and he comes across as quite a strong defender. He is also 6'3", and he loves to use his height well in aerial duels. This season, Esteve has been managing 71 passes per 90, and he has completed 90% of his passes. Again, just like van den Berg, this ranks him very highly in the green. He also managed 3.31 progressive passes per 90, again ranking him highly. This stat is slightly lower than van den Berg's, however, I think where he lacks in that, he makes up for it in his progressive carries. So van den Berg doesn't really progressively run forward like Esteve does. That's the difference in these two players. At the end of the day, both of these defenders look like they have complete profiles for defenders of their age, and they both look like very good targets. They've obviously got some room for growth, understandable. They're not the perfect package, but they have top potential, and we want to get that early. The Eagles love to buy from the Championship, and I feel like both of these players would be very good signings for us, especially in a Glasner setup. If I was being cheeky, I really wouldn't mind us signing both of them to replace Guehi. I think when you've got a player who's as world class as our captain, you kind of need 2 replacements for him. I think with Elise, we tried to do that. You need someone to replace Elise's creativity, his finishing, his dribbling. We tried to do a couple players because Elise is that good that you can't get that in just another player, especially for the price that we can offer. You've got that same issue with Guehi. You've got someone who's a leader. You've got someone who can pass the ball forward well. You've got someone who can run forward well. You've got someone who's physically strong. You might need a couple of players to replace him. So two young players with top potential from the Championship look like really exciting propositions for me. I know people were like more ready-made replacements for our captain, but it feels like in this day and age, these prices for these sort of centre-backs are just too high for us. Kind of proven by AC Milan wanting 35 mil for Pavlovic. Some may think that's not too bad a price for a defender, but if we kind of go in for that first bid at 35 mil, then we kind of show other clubs in Europe when we're dealing with their players that we do like to bend over a little bit in terms of the negotiations. We don't mind accepting their demands, and we can't do that. We've got to be strong. So for me, for these reasons, it's great seeing our club sign young talent and selling them on for big bucks. Players like Wharton, Eze, Elise, even Guehi have shown that talents from the Championship can perform to a very high standard in the Premier League. I have no doubt that Esteve and Vandenberg would both follow this pattern. If I had to pick out the two, I would be going Esteve. Let me know in the comments which one out of the two you would be picking. Anyways, let me know if you've enjoyed the video. I tried to be quite short on my analysis there because a lot of Palace fans who do comment say they like the fact that I'm straight to the point. If you want a bit more detailed, a bit more long form, even longer than they are now, then do let me know as I can do that in the future. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like. It's really, really appreciated. And do comment. Let me know if you like these two transfer targets that we are linked to. Are they good enough for us? Do you think they could do well at the club? If not, who is your favoured Marc Guehi replacement? Let me know in the comments. We are so close to 600 subs. We're literally like 4 or 5 away. So I'd really appreciate if we could get to 600 subs by the end of today, whatever day you're watching, by the end of today. As I said, like, subscribe, comment. Let's keep this Palace community growing. It's going really, really good at the moment. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you are too. If you are listening on Spotify, any follows or 5-star reviews are massively, massively appreciated. I will see you later. Up the Palace.